Hi, everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terence. The week begins on Monday, November the 1st, with the moon in Virgo. The moon sets the public tone. The moon goes from sign to sign every 2.5 days. To start the new work week with the moon in Virgo is one of the best signs because Virgo is very work-oriented energy. Virgo is analytical, it's practical, it's sensible. But the moon will go void of course at 10 a.m. to 4:11 p.m. Pacific time. When the moon is void of course, as I usually mention every week, the moon is changing signs and is no longer making any aspects to other planets in the chart. Therefore, the energy is more flat, unproductive. So it's good, particularly starting the work week in Virgo, to stay on course. Stay with the routine. Keep doing and working on your projects, but don't introduce anything new or something significantly new, like a new job, a new project, or launching a website, that sort of thing. Wait until the moon goes into Libra at 4:11 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. Libra is very favorable for negotiations, for both parties, all parties being more diplomatic, looking for a win-win situation. But when we get into Tuesday, fortunately, the moon is still in Libra, trying to seek a middle ground and harmony, which is going to help because decision-making Mercury is going to be in tension with compulsive Pluto. So with Mercury, Pluto, you may be feeling this compulsiveness, this stress to make a decision. And part of the downside of the moon in Libra is you could be weighing all your options before making a decision. And the Mercury-Pluto, you're feeling this compulsiveness to make an important decision. So you may be flip-flopping, floundering, feeling indecisive. What I would do is wait, give it another day. Just kind of sleep on it. Don't let yourself get all stressed out. On Wednesday, the moon continues in Libra, and it's going to cross over communication Mercury, as it does every 28 days, around noon Pacific time. So around noonish till about 2 p.m., because the moon moves 1 degree about every 2 hours. So that emotional moon on Mercury, this could be a really favorable time to be talking about your feelings. Mercury is communications and conversations, and the moon is your feelings and emotions. This is very favorable for writing. Because Mercury, the planet of communication, especially with any kind of creative writing, singing, speaking, because that moon can be very emotional. Now, the moon, it will leave Libra, more fair-minded Libra, and move into all or nothing, passionate, intense Scorpio at 5:53 p.m. Pacific time. Then on Thursday, there will be a new moon in Scorpio. This new moon, being in Scorpio, is this really intense energies. But this new moon is going to be in opposition to rebellious, unpredictable Uranus. Opposition means interactions with others, like outside triggers, outside events, your boss, the economy, your relationship could be suddenly shaking things up. With that new moon always describes where your attention is being drawn to. With Scorpio, could be a lot of introspection, soul searching, triggered by this unexpected, rebellious Uranus. Another way of looking at this for the world, because this is a new moon that affects everybody, that the new moon wants to move into a new direction. In a more positive, there could be opportunities that come to you, that's the opposition, that with Uranus, it's all new, exciting, innovative. So there could be some real exciting breakthroughs, or you're more open to shake things up and grab an opportunity to move in a new direction. Friday, Venus, pleasure-seeking, relational, creative Venus. Venus, the planet of love and marriage and union. I'm talking about Venus because it's moving into Capricorn on Friday, November the 5th. And Venus is usually in a sign for 3 to 4 weeks. But Venus is going to remain in Capricorn until March the 5th. It's going to be there for 4 months, 4 times longer than usual. So it's going to make an impact where Venus in Capricorn is transiting in your chart, a significant impact for the next 4 months. And it might be even making an impact that you are processing after March. Capricorn is the planet of commitment, responsibilities, boundaries. So when Venus goes into Capricorn, you may be feeling it's time to talk about or set up boundaries in your relationship. Capricorn is business, and Venus in Capricorn can be very favorable for starting new business partnerships, because of that Venus is about relationships. This is a really favorable time for making commitments, for proposing marriage, that sort of thing. But the reason why Venus is in Capricorn 4 times longer than usual is because it's going retrograde December the 19th to January the 29th, which happens every 18 months that Venus will retrograde. And when it's retrograde, I'll talk more about it in the next 6 weeks, but it is a time of revising, rethinking, reviewing your relationships. On Saturday, the moon, let's go back to Friday with the Venus in Capricorn. The moon will go void of course in Scorpio at 9:10 a.m. until 5:53 p.m. Then it goes into outgoing, sociable Sagittarius. Great for a Friday night. Scorpio tends to be more hidden, more private. And when it's void of course, it's you might just be wanting to do more reflecting and soul searching. But again, with the moon void, of course, just stay the course, stay with the routine, don't introduce anything new. Saturday, with the moon in outgoing, friendly, adventurous Sagittarius, great for the weekend. Communication Mercury will be in harmony with Venus. So there could be lots of talking about your relationship, thinking about your relationships. But this is Mercury's in harmony with the Venus. So this is where you could really start discussing relationship plans, or you could be meeting somebody new and you're really thinking about them and making and coming up with a lot of ideas and conversations with the relationship. Great for designing and creativity and creative writing. Sunday, moon still in outgoing Sagittarius, but it's going to be void of course again. This is a long one from 6:44 a.m. Pacific time to 6:04 p.m. Pacific time. So since it's a Sunday, Sagittarius is very outgoing and friendly. This is a really good day to just relax, hang out with friends and family, and don't be thinking about all these big projects you should be getting onto. The moon's void, of course. It's Sunday. Relax and enjoy the day. Before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for a one-question offer for a nominal fee. To order it, go to the home page of Astrology Answers, click on the tab that is labeled Advisors, scroll down until you find my name, and that's where you can submit your question. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, be safe and well.